Alright. I have nothing further to say about this game. That was the entire commentary.
Excellent stuff.
So we're going to still avoid using slot 1 because it's dangerous.
Excellent.
If you use that one, it might delete your save randomly. You never know. And I guess we'll just start over this one. I don't know what that does for me.
Nothing.
Okay. What the fuck? Why is it even an option?
Because you get separate unlocks for beating the game in normal mode and hard mode.
Okay, I guess I'll just start. I'll just do normal, because I'm sure as fuck not doing hard, and rookie is for baby, so...
The funny thing is that, like, I've played hard mode now, and I honestly didn't find it really particularly hard in the normal mode.
Well, I found normal mode hard, so...
I did too on my first playthrough, that's the thing. This game is the type of game...
So let me go ahead and establish what the hell we're doing here. So this is going to be a Twilight Princess rando style, just record a bunch of the footage and at some point in the future edit it down slightly into something presentable. And it's... We're doing it for this game because... Like, this game comes out, I'm like, alright, awesome, new 2D Metroid, I'm a massive fan of this series. Played the game, didn't love it. It was like, it was fine, but something about it didn't stick with me. Part of it was just its difficulty. Part of it was just, I probably have to play it a few more times until I kind of learn how everything connects, that sort of stuff. So it's like, I've played Zero Mission and Super Metroid a fucking million times. I know those games, like, almost perfectly. This one, I don't know where anything is, so it's like, well, because my first playthrough wasn't memorable, the game's bad. And then, on the other hand, you can tell your story.
Yeah, so I've only even been into the Metroid series for a little over a year, basically just because we're looking for stuff to do. We've talked about this before in other streams, but basically, you're like, you should try Zero Mission. And I did, and I liked it a lot. And I proceeded to play through the rest of the canon games. And finally Dread comes out. I play it like a couple of months after release, I think, and I kind of had a similar experience to you. I think I liked it a little more, but I had a lot of the same problems I had with Samus Returns, where basically the difficulty, like tuning, was different to other Metroid games. In other Metroid games, I'm going to just like present my argument, kind of one and done here to make sure it's out of the way, because I could talk about this for hours, but basically, I feel like in Zero Mission and Super Metroid, the game basically allows you to adjust your difficulty depending on how you play it. Where if you play through just kind of picking up stuff here and there along the way, the game will present sort of one difficulty curve. Whereas if you find that too difficult, you can go out of your way to collect everything at the earliest possible opportunity and have more E-tanks and missiles to allow you to deal with bosses faster and also take more hits. Whereas if you want a challenge, you can go for like a low item thing. And I think that that's a great system. The problem I had with Samus Returns is that bosses, and enemies in general actually, do so much damage that getting an extra E-tank, whereas that might have been like, worth 5 or 6 hits, like extra hits in Zero Mission or Super, amounts to like 1 or 2 a lot of
or sometimes even less, because this game has all this shit where it's like you get hit once, you lose 2.5 tanks. It's like
yeah,
completely fucking unreasonable.
And so Dread has the same problem, where basically the difficulty does not change very much for how much you do. However, it introduces a different type of difficulty where it instead asks you to learn the boss patterns.
It's basically get good, bro.
Yeah, it's sort of a Hollow Knight style. I haven't played Hollow Knight, but I've seen comparisons to it, where you're just you're not supposed to get hit in the first place. And if you do, like, you have very few, like, it's not, unless you're playing in Dread mode, it's not going to kill you instantly. Those extra hits are basically just like, you can fuck up a couple times. Instead of, I feel like you're almost expected to take damage in some of the earlier ones. I don't know how you dodge some of the attacks in Zero Mission and Super.
Yeah. Especially Super.
And like you're just supposed to avoid it, absorb it with your health and try to like kill quickly. But yeah, this game is much more of like a dodge everything. And the thing is that like that meant that this game was very frustrating for me on a first playthrough, But then when I decided to replay the game, basically on a whim a couple of months ago, now having learned the boss patterns, I kind of loved it, which I was not expecting. And I have since played the game. I've played the game a total of 7 times now, most of which have been single sitting, or at least within one day, like playthroughs using this route that I'm going to be guiding Josh through. It might not be exactly the same, but I've basically come to learn the any percent no major glitches route, and I'm going to go into what that means a little bit later.
Yeah, and so basically this is going to be opposite of our typical dynamic where I'm kind of, guiding her through a game that I know well, and
you actually can't
if you're okay, and it's like if you want, here's some tricks you can do, and here it's going to be like I said, the exact opposite, because I've beaten the game once, but I sure as fuck don't remember any of it, and so let me. Do I want to be using this dashing thing often? No?
Just run. So progression for a bit here is going to be pretty normal. Here, don't shoot these. You can wall jump.
Okay.
But yeah, so I've come to learn a lot about this game. So I do any percent NMG, not completely optimally, but I do basically all of the skips for that. What any percent NMG is, the major glitches are basically stuff like going out of bounds, and there used to be like this weird invincibility glitch you would do so that like an EMMI could push you through a wall at one point or something. It's some weird shit. A lot of it's been patched. A lot of it is extremely difficult and like, what would you call it? It's not chaotic. Like prone to just being difficult to actually manipulate. Whereas the skips and the glitches that you use in any percent NMG, like, I guess the best way that I can describe their difficulty is I was able to do them. So they're not that bad, because I don't consider myself particularly great at games, but I was able to learn and make use of a lot of those, and they're pretty fun, honestly.
Yeah.
However, a lot of them do take some practice. You're definitely going to want to be using the counter.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
I'd like the version to it, and you weren't the biggest fan, but I know you did at least use it.
I don't mind it so much. I hated it in Samus Returns. In this game, it's not as forced on you.
Yeah. Well, and that's not actually true. You do have to use it in certain situations, mostly boss fights. Okay, Here, stop. Here is an optional thing. This is not actually going to skip any items.
I think I've seen you do this, but yeah, it's some weird fucking jump that can kill you, right?
Yes. So this is a glitch called Pseudo wave. We're going to be doing this multiple times throughout the run. And this is going to take some practice. So, like, this is presumably where editing Josh will step in.
Well, I'll show my first few attempts, presumably, but yeah.
To explain what this is, basically, the wave beam lets you shoot through walls. Pseudo wave lets you shoot through walls without wave beam, as the name implies. The way you do this is that during certain animations, Samus's Buster will go into the geometry and allow you to shoot through it. It's not like completely solid. It just kind of has a wall, and your thing can clip into it and shoot through the wall. In this case, there's actually 2 ways to do this, one of which is easier, but if the final shot is done using the easier method, the wall will kill you. So you have to do the last shot the harder way. Okay. So what most people do is it takes 4 shots to destroy this wall, so you're going to want to do the easier method 3 times and the harder one for the final one. The easy method is you slide the way you're facing, jump up into the lower corner. Can you see how there's kind of 2 that corner. You jump up into that lower corner from a slide and shoot. Whether or not it works is basically entirely dependent on
I think I got
positioning,
it once.
timing, angle.
That's 2,
okay.
3.
Okay, so the harder way is you want to stand where you basically landed and do the opposite, but you're going to shoot up into. So it's hard to explain. So you want to slide left from here, and then from that slide jump up into the higher corner and turn right and shoot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Not that. You want to go to the like.
I know. I'm trying. It's just the timing is difficult.
So you shouldn't ever need to use like the L button free aim. Like you should just be able to do it through tilting the stick in midair.
Right.
I will say you got the first pseudo wave a little bit faster than I did. This one's kind of a bitch though. And just a little bit of a spoiler.
Whoa.
Oh, huh,
Okay.
I guess you were too close.
Good shit. I mean, I think that wasn't the correct corner. I shot the lower one, but I wasn't expecting it to go through. Stuff like this is weird to me because, like, when I play, I would say that at least the way that I play it, Zero Mission doesn't really have any notable glitches. Like, I'm sure it has some, and that I'm just forgetting, but like most
is a weird case because it
it's
has
like
intentional sequence breaks.
it does, and it's like I like the options that one gives you. Whereas Super Metroid has a lot of stuff that is just like, you know, you can do this very precise wall jump here to skip this. And then it has weird shit like, you know, Mach Ball, which is not intended, but it's not, like, super glitchy. Whereas this is just, you shouldn't be able to shoot through the wall, and yet you are anyway. And it's like, I feel a little weird doing it, but it's like, who the fuck cares? I break games all the time.
So the developers are aware of it, and they have not patched it because they like sequence breaking.
Yeah.
There are also intentional sequence breaks in this game, but yeah. Yeah, you want to be pretty close to the corner when you do the shot, like that. Okay, now do the hard one.
Should I just be holding straight right when I do this shot?
I don't know. It's a muscle memory
I got
thing.
it.
Oh, there you go. Either straight right or maybe at a slight angle. So, the thing I was trying to tell you is, well, no, you can see when you go through the door. Actually, when you go through the next door. Yeah, you're doing it again.
Yeah.
So kill that enemy because it's gonna be annoying. And for this one, can you stand sort of on the edge of the platform and look straight up? Do you see that like rock that's sticking out? It kind of has a defined edge to it that you're pointing
The
at.
diagonal one, yeah.
You want to slide left about to the edge of the platform. You can actually slide off slightly if you want. And then turn around, turn right. Yeah, you basically want to do that, but shoot up at an angle towards the thing. Yeah, that's perfect. You're just slightly off somehow. And you have to do that twice. This one can't kill you. It just opens the wall.
Do I want to be shooting when I'm in this position, or like when I'm inside of the diagonal rock?
You were basically doing it right. You just need to, like, your timing and everything was right. It's just some number is like a fraction of a unit off. So just like try tilting the stick sort of semi-randomly and, you know, slight adjustments. You're basically doing it correctly. I don't think there's better advice I can give you. I've seen videos and they all basically boil down to just, here's the rough position, here's the timing, like, just keep trying it. One of the things that the speedrun guides that I saw emphasize was just getting good at doing this quickly, because most runners can't just do it in 2 shots. Like, they do have to do this a few times, and so the most important thing is to just be able to try quickly, so that you can fail faster and try again.
I got one.
Yep, there you go.
I do like how it's already making my hand hurt.
Yep, it does the same for me. I find that what helps is just putting the game down for a second, like stretching my hands, like pressing them against stuff. Oh, there you go. Lovely. Okay.
So what did I actually skip by doing this?
So the first pseudo wave skips. I can't remember. Don't go there. The first pseudo wave skips the first EMMI, the one that's like damaged. The speedrunning community has a nickname for it. Don't go through that. The speedrunning community has a nickname for it.
Well, you said don't go through here.
Don't go through either way yet, because right is the wrong way. Left is, I'm gonna need to tell you to do something.
Okay.
This, I think, didn't actually skip anything. It just lets you go somewhere faster. At least it didn't skip anything right now. The first thing you do is you're gonna get charge beam. That's true in the normal route and in the glitch route. However, you're gonna reuse this exact shortcut you just opened after you get charge beam, and you're gonna use that to do things in slightly out of order.
Visit metroid.nintendo.com.
The wall jump sounds fine. I just want to hold right and then wall jump as soon as possible.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And I fucked it up.
That's fine. So you want to hit minus, system, and load from checkpoint.
I was expecting a loading screen.
No. I don't want too much of this run to turn into just, and then you do that, like me just explaining things to you, but there you go. So here's another thing: is the route I take, I deliberately try to go fast, not just doing skips. So I have to concern myself with like which missiles are worth picking up. But you can just pick up whatever; it's fine. So here, what you want to do is, I actually never remember if you want to take the first left or if you want to drop down further. So I'm going to quickly look at this route.
I'm just gonna say fuck it and okay, never mind. I'll wait.
So we've entered EMMI zone. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I guess you can go down. Okay. Never mind. That entire piece of tech I did is apparently just speed. Never mind. I thought that it was required or you'd be stuck. I don't know why, but you want to go left here.
Okay.
And so these EMMI sections, a lot of them are just movement. There's not, like, progression to them. But, I basically just go by muscle memory. I'm going to try to guide you. So, yeah, you're going the right way now. Jump up and slide through. This is also fine. And then slide through here.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I vaguely remembered this one. Hey, how's it going?
This is the reason that I thought that the EMMIs couldn't go through gaps, is because
because the first one can't. A little bit misleading.
So in terms of like major skips, this route skips 2 of the bosses. One of those skips is, I've explained this to Josh already, but one of those skips just skips the boss, and the other one is kind of more entwined with like the entire progression of the game. So I don't know if you.
Yeah, I think we're skipping the experiment, but I might do the other one. I don't, depending on what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I've genuinely only defeated experiment twice.
Am I going top left or?
Top left, yeah, that's right.
Because like I have absolutely no idea what the map of this game is, so there is never a point where I'll be able to be like, okay, well, I need to progress this way. Like,
I don't know it that well. I only know the route I take. There are parts of it.
An EMMI.
Zones, because they all look the fucking same.
The whole game looks the same.
It's pretty funny though. I generally don't do well with like suspense and horror, but I do not find the EMMIs like scary at all, or even like. Tense.
I don't find them scary. I just find them annoying.
Yeah, I find them annoying sometimes. Fun fact: the enemy like spawn positions when you enter their zones are pseudo random, so you can just get shitty spawns and have to like deal with them. They're never like impossible to deal with, but okay. So you want to head down here, and you're heading for some water, I think. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. No, I think you want to go straight right there. Let me double check the map.
Nope, I don't think I can go this way.
Okay, that's right. You're basically just going left for a really long time. Okay, and that's right, open water. It's up high here, I think. Honestly, I usually don't even bother, like, no, I always mess this up. Okay. Yeah, it's lower left. It is left, but it's lower left.
Okay.
I'm sorry. These parts I tend to be bad at. I pretty much always go up, and then like, oh yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, don't worry about it, just run. I remember in the early days of this game coming out, there was like a bit of confusion about how exactly the EMMI countering worked. I think it's basically the same as you want to go left here. I think it's basically the same as every other enemy. You just wait for the flash. It's just that it's a really small window. You kind
even
of, like,
this.
So fast, but you kind of have to preempt a little. Yeah, I like even this. For anyone that doesn't know, when they announced Dread mode, they were like, anything will kill you in one hit. Even this. And they just showed Samus walking into these school of like fish. Dying. They're pretty good.
It was your favorite.
Yes.
I don't know what that was supposed to imply.
That's
fine. Get that?
You can, but you don't have to.
How would I do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe try wall jumping off of that platform you're standing on.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I usually don't. I never get this. So.
Okay, well, whatever.
Don't worry about that. Okay, so here you're just going to try to unblock the water, and then you can't get up there because the water's like too high.
Bullshit. Absolute fabrication.
So You can kill these quickly by missiling them. You would think that it would like, it would hit one and waste the missile, but no, it actually does like splash damage for enemies that are really small. So
That's kind of cool. Dude.
Like, I like the idea, it makes sense, sort of, but it's also not the most intuitive. Like, I really thought that you're just supposed to mash through them because, they're individual small, like, pieces of a small.
Yeah, it seems like the type of thing where it's like, you deal with it now and it's slightly annoying, and then you come back with, like, Spazer or Wide Beam or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you're just supposed to missile them.
Alright,
Head down. Down and to the right. Okay, we're back in the EMMI zone. Let me double check the route here.
no.
You're basically heading
Is this the
down
one where I'm, like, draining water and, like, lowering a
Yes.
platform?
Yeah. So there's a visual cue for that.
Hey, how's it going?
That was pretty good. Yep. Okay, here you go. And you want to stand on this button until...
Yeah.
Do you see where the lighter part of the wall is? You want to make sure the platform lines up with the bottom of that, so...
Oh, did I already mess it up, or...?
No, it's, Oh, it's actually fine. Slide down. Okay, you're good. Just exit.
The way that you were wording it, it sounded like I needed to do it, like, not to the full amount or something.
No, that's not it. It's just, the earliest point when you can let go of the button.
Is this energy? Yeah, okay.
That's energy. Purple is energy, red is ammo, yellow is both. You want to go left. Two missiles will kill these guys quick, but...
I need to remember that I even have them. Am I going
This
in
game
there?
is very
No,
generous
that's
with
cold as bad.
You want to break the thing and go down there, yeah. This game is very generous with ammo refills. And here's Charge Beam.
No, it isn't.
So I'm going to teach you an extremely pointless piece of speed tech because you're not speedrunning. But after you get Charge Beam here.
33.
So I want you to test to see how long it takes you to fire a charge shot. And get a feel for it. Okay. So, when you try to do it, when it, does the initial flash?
Yeah.
If you turn around at that moment, it will actually fully charge instantly. Maybe slightly later. There you go. That is how to do a fast charge shot.
That does not feel any faster.
It's... Try it a couple more times with, earlier timings. There you go. That's it.
That feels like a couple frames, if anything.
I don't know how much faster it is, but it feels pretty fast to me.
Because, yeah, it's if the speedrunners say that that's true, I don't doubt them, but it doesn't feel any fucking faster.
Fair enough.
Alright. Immediately test it.
There's a few other situations where it's, there's a few other ways you can get the instant charge other than turning around, but I don't remember what they are.
In here?
You want to go to the right, yeah. Well, what we're doing now, this is the first room of the game, and you're gonna just do the exact same route you did earlier.
Alright.
Until we get to the point where you did the two pseudo waves.
Yeah.
And then we'll diverge. And then 2 rows will diverge in a wood.
A depth arrangement. Do we not go in here?
You go in there. Yeah, that makes it slightly faster. And here's your first energy tank.
Right.
This one is picked up by speedrunners, so...
In that case, I won't get it, because fuck them. They don't play the game right.
I think they only pick up 3 of them. Maybe 4.
They don't take time to enjoy the game for what it is.
I usually just jump over this guy, but... Of course, you have the pseudo screw, as in previous games.
Yeah. The thing that I tend to forget exists.
Yes. So here's going to be our first, coming up is going to be our first instance of actually doing stuff out of order. Normally at this point, you're expected to go get Spider Magnet by defeating MEO1SM. Go left. And up through the thing you opened.
Okay.
This time you're going to be going right. So we're going to go get Phantom Cloak first.
From that one bastage. Oh, hi.
Yep. So you just want to stand right in front of these doors and counter them.
Yeah.
You can stand pretty damn close. So the one problem is that you're expected to use Spider Magnet to dodge one of this guy's attacks. But there's a timing to it where you can basically just... It should be obvious when you get to it, but if not, I can explain it. So what you want to do here is try to fire missiles at this guy's face as fast as possible. And yeah, whenever he does... He basically only has 2 attacks, or like 3 attacks at this point.
I like how I'm missing almost all of my hits. That's real good.
It's okay, I did it first. When he shakes the tail, it goes forward, and when he just holds it up, then it's gonna do like the arc, and you can actually stand inside the arc and get shots in on his face while he sits there and does nothing like an idiot.
Oh, puke attack.
Okay.
Watch paint ability.
It takes a lot of fighting like your instinct to not run away when he holds his tail up, but you genuinely do want to go in closer.
I mean, I don't know what the Q is. Like, you can explain it all day long. It's not going to help me.
Oh, really? Because the animations are pretty distinct from each other.
I am noticeably bad at, like, any kind of thing that requires looking at Qs. I've noticed that in FF14. Like, you know, we'll be fighting bosses, and Joel will say, like, you know, when the boss does this, you know, you get close. I'm like, man, I'm not fucking looking at the boss. Like...
Yeah. So, when possible, it's best to try to use rapid shots, because there is no upper limit to the rapid shots in this game, whereas missiles come out. Missiles and charge shots obviously have, like, a limit for how fast they can come out.
Right.
Obviously, some things don't take damage from regular shots, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, what?
I found that the timing for countering that is actually pretty wonky. Okay, so here's the attack you're supposed to use Spider Magnet to dodge. He's gonna pour out this liquid, this like gas. You want to basically, at the last opportunity, yeah, kind of do that. Oh, I didn't realize you could wall jump up multiple times and have it work.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you basically got the boss down pat.
Gas.
It's not very difficult.
Well, now I'm gonna die just to spite you. What are we doing?
By the way, when he's invisible, you can actually shoot his face if you know where it is.
Oh, okay.
And that's what the speedrunners do most of the time. The reason to shoot his tail is if you, I don't know. But that does also damage him. You can kill him by shooting his tail. So, yeah, I guess if you can't see the cues, I can't really tell you, but trust me when I say that, like, okay, that's attacking forward, because he shaked it.
Yeah.
And when he's just holding it
So
up like
this
this...
one? Okay.
Yeah, that's the arc.
You know, for all the good that did me.
It's okay, you should be almost dead.
Yeah, it's the type of thing where if I fought him a bunch, I'd probably get used to it eventually.
So, fun fact about this boss I'm going to mention now, since we're not fighting Experiment. He has the same face as Experiment, and I don't know why. They're probably just related creatures, but yeah. I don't think anything else in the game has a face like that.
That is the type of trivia that I would probably never notice, just because I find, like, most of the enemy designs to be kind of forgettable.
They both have this weird thing where, like, their face looks like it's covered by tiny tentacles that wrap around, like, the shape. Okay, so here's, like, I'm going to teach you another piece of speed tech. If you slide and then immediately cloak, that is called a slide cloak, and you can basically...
Oh, see, I thought that I got the frickin'... I didn't even remember I got the Phantom Cloak. I thought I got the, just, like, wall climb thing.
Yep, you don't have... It's that simple. And then you can also actually let go of the cloak once you're, like, in the gray part of the wall there. You actually don't want to go right yet. You want to go left again.
Okay. Was there, like, an invisible enemy there? What the hell was that? It looked like there was something attacking me. I don't know.
Actually, no, you do want to go right. Am I stupid? Yeah, I guess I'm stupid. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's this room.
Wait, what? No. I do go this way. I guess I actually take a suboptimal route. I did not realize that.
So am I just going to where the elevator is, or...?
Not yet. You wanna... Wait, is this route just wrong? I'm so confused. No, it's not.
I'll just kill various shrimp and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, it's because you want to head up here. And then charge me through this door, and you're basically gonna do the thermal thing that this game is obsessed with for, like, the first hour.
Yeah. Isn't there, like, a pseudo wave I can do somewhere around here to, like, shoot through a glass tube?
If there is, I don't know it.
I seem to remember that being, like, the first application that was ever found for it, or at least the first one I ever saw. But I've also looked at extremely few things about this game. I never even actually finished watching Vinny's playthrough.
Me neither, actually. I stopped just before he fought the final boss. So yeah, stand on this and
okay.
redirect the flow.
That's the other problem I have, is just, like, I keep complaining that things aren't distinct. Like, to me, like, I have no idea what's a save station and what's, like, a recharge thing and what's something else, because I guess it's, like, I'm used to sprites or something, and
I can understand that.
don't really, like, to me, all the 3D models kind of look the same. Like, they don't actually, but I just don't bother registering them as distinct things.
I do think that the areas that Samus returns were pretty indistinct from each other. I think this game does a pretty good job of distinguishing stuff. Alteria is kind of just a mishmash of everything. It's initially caves, but then it also has, like, flooded sections, cold sections, hot sections. Yeah. Anytime you go into an Adam room and the door's locked, you gotta talk to him.
You have to go do that.
But yeah, then you got, like, Katros is the hot place, Darren is, like, the dark lab, which is for some reason a archetype in Metroid games.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to head through here. And so, conveniently here, you can just follow the pipes.
Oh, hi.
These guys are pretty stupid.
This is the 3DS water temple.
Yeah, I guess so. Ooh, okay. Low from checkpoint. You messed up. You can recover from this, says Sakurai, but there's a... I actually don't know how to do it, because I always just...
Oh, so it's, you know, Life Grove Dance.
Well, no, what I mean is, people know how to do it, I don't know how.
Okay.
So, when you get to that room with the thing that flips down, you want to wall jump off of it into the tunnel to the right. And what that basically means is, you're holding left going into the room, and then you just mash B as soon as the thing falls. There you go. And from here, you want to shoot that door up there. That's just a bit of speed tech. Don't actually go through it.
Oh, okay.
It's just for later.
Good.
I probably shouldn't even bother telling you. And you want to go up through there.
What, the one up there that I just passed?
Yes.
God.
Up again. And slide through. So, these fuckers.
Yeah.
Nothing I can tell you that you probably don't already know.
Let me guess, you spam missiles.
Yeah.
And try not to get beat up by
fleshy
any
part is
dick.
exposed. When the fleshy part is exposed, you just want to rapid fire.
And avoid the Apple Jacks. Except in this game, they look more like SpaghettiOs. See, I was the one who was saying that SpaghettiO is incorrect, but times
This one
have
doesn't have
changed.
the green ones, to be fair.
Yes. Now we have this stupid thing, which is, you know, hold down 17 different buttons. Or, no? Okay.
I enjoy this part where Joel didn't read the text for like 3 hours.
And then it devolved into an extremely long argument over what shoulder buttons should be called.
Yeah.
And then the chat
And
made it
whether
into
I'm-
a much bigger deal than it was.
Yeah. So, I usually kill him from here. But you can go further on if you want. It should be fine. Just stop firing.
There's a girl.
So, fun fact about the EMMIs, all of them have a name that is just the order in which you encounter them, like the number of that, followed by two letters, which
Is their ability,
See,
right?
It's their ability, yeah. So this is EMMI O2SM because it gives you the spider magnet. The first one is called.
For some reason, I thought that we skipped that and might not be getting it.
No.
Wasn't there like a broken EMMI that we skipped?
Yes, that's EMMI O1P. No one actually knows what the P stands for. There's no confirmation. However, I think it's like model or something in the files is called like EMMI Proto or something. So.
I see.
But yeah, no, we just normally you get this before Phantom Plate.
Am I just generally heading out of this map now, or?
Yeah, you want to head up and you want to go through that door that you opened earlier, and I told you then not to go through. No, you climb up there.
Oh my god. The speed tech.
Yes. Yeah, because opening this door is slow. Okay. So here we're going to be going back through that door that like you passed through, and then I told you to do like the weird slide jump or like the wall jump thing.
Was it this one?
Yep.
Okay.
You just pull on that and then pull up. Okay, and head to the right. I'm trying to remember what we're doing now. I think we're leaving to Cataris, which is you're just going to go back to where you did the thermal power thing.
I still maintain. No, I still maintain that the part where you have to randomly shoot through the wall to the left in the fire zone is kind of garbage.
Yeah, the wall's not as thick, but I mean, I feel like the game would eventually. Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. I still maintain. You want to go through this? I still maintain that the game would not send you to the second area and have you able to do literally nothing, and then force you to actually like be like, oh no, you actually need to go get something else.
I feel like Metroid games have done that before, but I can't think of a specific
and not
example.
at the first instance of going to a second area. I feel like that'd be a dick move to be like, oh boy, a new area, and then it turns out you can't do anything. And you actually are supposed to, like, there's a thing you can miss.
Yeah, I suppose.
So it's actually faster to take the bottom path here, but no one cares. You don't want to head into any of the hot rooms.
Yeah.
You want to just... There'll be a thermal door, I think. Oh no, it's a Phantom Cloak door. I gotta question the purpose of these doors that are open unless someone wants to go through them.
They're just Five Nights at Freddy's doors.
I don't understand that reference because I don't know much about that game.
There's the main mechanic, at least of the first game, is the doors require power to be shut. Like, they're open by default, and you have to supply them power to shut them, and you only have a limited amount of power.
This is stupid enough that I support naming these doors the FNAF doors. That's fine. As long as we accept that FNAF stands for FNAF Nights and Fneddies.
What was it? FNAF Nights at Fneddies is?
FNAF Nights and Fneddies.
Good. I also do not remember the names of any of the areas in this game. This one is Catharsis. There's one that's like Elon Musk. I don't remember any of the other ones.